Put to the test Genesis 22. Story 21. Little Isaac grew up quickly. His father and mother loved him dearly. When Abraham looked at him, he must have remembered God's wonderful promise that through Isaac and his children's children, the whole world would be blessed. One day God spoke to Abraham again. "Take your son, Isaac," God said, "your own dear son, and offer him as a sacrifice to me on far-off Mount Moriah." Abraham could not understand why God would ask him to do such a thing. He loved Isaac with all his heart and would gladly have given his own life to save him. But he had learned that it was always best to obey God. He believed that in some way, God would still keep his promise about Isaac. Abraham could not bear to tell Sarah what he had to do. Without a word to anyone else, he woke Isaac very early next morning, and they set off for the land of Moriah, with 2 servants and a donkey to carry the baggage. On the 3rd day of their journey, Abraham saw the mountain God had chosen. He told his servants to stay with the donkey. Then he and Isaac began to plod slowly up the hillside. Isaac carried a bundle of firewood, and Abraham had a sharp knife and some fire in a brazier. "We have fire and wood, but where is the sacrifice to offer to God?" Isaac asked. Abraham felt as if his heart would break, but he quietly answered, "God will provide that, my son." At the top of the hill, Abraham began to pile up loose stones to build an altar. Then he laid the wood on it. At last, Isaac must have guessed the terrible truth. His father gently lifted him onto the altar and tied up his hands and feet. Abraham took his gleaming knife and lifted it high to plunge into Isaac. At that very moment, God spoke. "Stop, Abraham," he called. "Do not hurt the boy. I know now that you trust me and love me, whatever may happen." Abraham's arm dropped to his side. For a moment, he could hardly believe it was true. Isaac was saved. A great wave of happiness and thankfulness swept over him. Trembling, he untied Isaac, then looked up and saw a ram caught by its curly horns in the undergrowth. He killed it with his knife, then thankfully he burnt it on the altar as an offering to God. God had provided a sacrifice in place of Isaac. He did not want human sacrifice, such as the people of Canaan offered to their gods. This story was from the Children's Bible in 365 stories. Author Mary Batchelor. In the next episode, we will be covering the story of Isaac, a wife for Isaac. Have a blessed day.